Good afternoon to all school administrators there, Filipinos and non-Filipinos here and abroad. I would like to share this simple video or slides in the PowerPoint presentation with regard to grade discrepancy and what is the legal impediment. I, okay, singular impediment. Now let us have first the simple definition of when you say discrepancy. A discrepancy occurs when a teacher plans to assign a final grade that falls below the parameters of the strict final grade range. Marking period grades count as 2/5 of the final grade and assessments count as 1/5 of the final grade, or in the Philippines, it is, yeah, 70/30 or 40/60. That is the, you know, grading system. So if a teacher computed below the parameters, when you say parameters, there is a range, especially the students are, aiming for honors. Next, what is the reason behind why this scenario happened? The student did not fulfill the requirements to receive, when when you say audit grade, that is the final grade. Include how the student did not meet the requirements for, let us say, for that particular period. And the student was completing an incomplete grade from a prior term, if there is, and should not be considered or registered for the course this term. Include the grade the student should receive for the course in the previous term. So present grade, present term is not reflected as previous grade. But these are reasons why students cannot reach the required grade, let's say 85 and above, in order to be, qualified for honors. Now, there are, you know, legal basis of grade rectification. If your school is private, then we have what you call manual of regulation for private schools. If you are in public, DepEd memorandum, something like that. Okay. Section 79 of this manual of regulation for private schools provides the basis for grading. The final grade of or rating given to a pupil or student in subject should be based on his scholastic record. Any addition or diminution to the grade shall not be allowed. Shall not be allowed. It's only the result of the performance of the student. If you violate this, you will charge on the following grounds: falsification and dishonesty. Knowing fully what Manalo deserved. For example, Salon gave you a grade of 6 instead of failing grade. In the process, she changed, in short, falsified her own records by changing the submitted record and supporting documents. Viewed in any light, this is serious misconduct under Article 282 of the Labor Code and a just cause for termination of employment, whether you are a teacher, only a school head, academic coordinator, and the like. So you are under labor code because you are teaching in private school. That is one. falsification and dishonesty are the grounds for termination. Another fact, the student was made beneficiary of such increase. Yeah, there is instance where this teacher, this academic head, and so on wants to change, even if the teacher approve the changes, does not justify the irregular alteration, since the rule is the rating of the pupil should be based on his scholastic record, even if the same is non-tested or qualitative in nature, as in the case of bar. Respondents' prerogative to give her students the grade that they deserve is not incoherent with having a fair and reasonable basis thereof, something like that. Article 282 of the Labor Code, as well as Section 94, Article 7 of the Manual of the Regulations of Private Schools, which provides that the employment of a teacher may be terminated for negligence in keeping school or student records or tampering with or falsification of the same. Causes for terminating employment, in addition to the just causes enumerated in the Labor Code, the employment of school personnel, including faculty, may be terminated for any of the following causes: negligence, dishonesty, falsification, or tampering with, the same. Now, this is applied to all, not only for teachers, to all school personnel. Because there was instant wherein, if for example, your school head, principal, academic coordinator requested you to change, and as subordinate, you followed. But then there is a legal basis, not easily following the orders of your superiors, but you see to it that there is what you call firmness, consistency, and transparency of on how to change such grade of students. Thereby, both of you, you know, if you just change and change, there will be a big problem for that, especially with regard to of grades with legal impediments. How about this? How can you, how do you account for this? Okay? So hindi basta-basta magpalit kahit inutusan ka ng superintendent, secretary, director of school, regional directors, you don't need to follow. You have to make legal, you know, legal remedy for that. And it is also a violation of Code of Ethics for professional teachers. Unethical. You wanted to change because these grades of students are all different from one grade. That is just pleasing the favor of one person, not following the rule of labor code of our constitution, manuals of regulation for private schools, and other laws. You are lawbreakers, where in fact you should follow strictly what is on the regulations, rules, and so on. How do you handle your subordinates if you are lawbreakers as leader? Very questionable. Your integrity as leader is already down.